welcome to another episode of my review show. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at a very polarizing YouTuber. Someone you either love or you hate. Someone that has a very loyal fan base, but also a very vocal hate-dom. You saw the title, you know I'm talking about the Archfiend. And if you saw the thumbnail, you know which side I'm on. I'm a fan. Anyway, if you have no clue who the Archfiend is, he's a YouTube ranter who takes a look at different issues and gives his opinion on them, and is mostly known for calling out the bullshit that a lot of top YouTubers have pulled. He's called out Irate Gamer, the Angry Video Game Nerd, IGSRJ, Shane Dawson, Ray William Johnson, and many, many others. Expose them for their unethical practices such as misleading thumbnails and titles, lying, and in some cases exploiting the deaths of millions just for a quick buck. He actually has a couple channels. Of course, the main Archfiend channel, and there's a website associated with it, theawesomearchfiend.com, and IGSRJ, which is a spoof of the Irate Gamer and many other angry reviewers. And he's all but confirmed that it's either him or him and a friend, but everyone knows that IGSRJ is the Archfiend. Now, IGSRJ videos are done with a computerized voice, where he gives absolutely ridiculous over-the-top reviews of games, usually classics like Super Mario Bros. 3. If you're familiar with Irate Gamer's review of Super Mario Bros. 2, it'll make a lot more sense to you, but he'll take really good games and shit on them. Now, as for the main Archfiend channel, he's done different news stories and the rants that I mentioned, and he makes a lot of football videos. He loves his Philadelphia Eagles. Sometimes he has live streams, and I'll just sit along, use the live stream as the audio, and have the TV on, and watch the game with the Archfiend. One of his most infamous videos is probably the Justin Bieber video, where he actually spoofs what Shane Dawson and Ray William Johnson do. He gives it a fake title, a fake thumbnail, but here's the thing, there is not a single ad on that video. He has around 330,000 views, but has yet to make a penny off of that video. And he does make videos, as I said, about news stories, tragic events, but just like with the Justin Bieber video, there is not a single ad on any of the tragedy videos either, because he does not believe in profiting off of suffering, and he practices what he preaches by not a single ad on any of those videos. I think probably my favorite series of videos that he did, I like these even more than the Irate Gamer videos, was when he taught this YouTuber, thatsojack, a lesson. One of Archfiend's friends, Bams, made a video about thatsojack, critiquing his rant video, saying that thatsojack's rant was kind of all over the place, it was disorganized, it was lifeless. And thatsojack responded by telling his fans to false flag Bams' videos, but Archfiend wasn't having none of it. He made videos about thatsojack, called him out, and ended up forcing him to apologize for his actions. Now, is thatsojack remorseful? I don't think so, but he got taught a lesson that you don't do that kind of shit to people. To this day, I still cannot stand thatsojack because of contributing getting Bams kicked off of YouTube. I know, 4 years later, passes in the past, whatever. Of course, the fact that he dares to criticize people like PewDiePie and Shane Dawson has netted him some backlash from the rabid fanboys of those channels. And he has a series called Let's All Laugh at Fanboy Comments, where He displays the funniest fanboy comments for us all to see. Are these guys really representing that guy? I have to say, though, the worst fans probably came from PewDiePie and Craft Nation. Craft Nation is another one that he called out for exploiting the deaths of people just for a quick buck, but Craft Nation keeps doing it and doing it and doing it. But at least Craft Nation's views have sunk down into the toilet. Archfiend still gets pretty good views for an old channel. It continues to upload consistent content. Many times old channels have a really low view count compared to in the past. Well, his views have declined somewhat, but so have everyone's. He still gets about 7,000 views a video. I hope if I ever get 45,000 subscribers that I get that kind of views per video. That's actually pretty good. I mean, there's many channels with 10 times that subscriber count that don't get that per video anymore. That goes to show that the Archfiend has a very loyal fan base, and people appreciate the passion in which he speaks about things. And I have to say, I even enjoy the videos even when I don't agree with them. Like, I don't entirely agree, but I don't entirely disagree. I'll get into that in another video. About his change of heart with the Irate Gamer. And before I forget, another video I really enjoyed, a recent one, is where he called out Freely the banana psychopath. I believe I mentioned her before in my review of Sarah Ann's channel. But the Archfiend actually took on Freely's video head on and completely dismantled it piece by piece. And the best part is, Archfiend is a vegetarian himself and has been since 2000. Back when Freely was probably still in high school or junior high, I don't know. A lot of the way in which I speak about things has actually been influenced by people like the Archfiend. I just sit down, thoughts flow out my head, out my mouth, into the microphone, and to your computer. Of course, I'm not nearly as good of a speaker, so I just speak into a microphone, put pictures over it, edit down. Reason I don't do a regular speaking video like this is because I hate jump cuts, and I don't want a billion jump cuts all over my videos. I think that looks annoying. And that's the one thing I like about Archfiend's channel. You very rarely see a jump cut. And speaking of taking on big guys, one of the biggest that he took on, possibly the biggest, was Nick Studio 10, which is a stupid show that ran for a couple years on Nickelodeon. It interrupted shows like SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents with stupid crap like Fart in a Jar. I mean, it was just so stupid that you would have to see it to believe it. Just so profoundly unfunny, stupid. Or something like a walrus farting, and they would interrupt actual programming, not advertising. Didn't have its own time slot either. It would interrupt programming just for that stupid crap. And of course, Nick Studio 10 garnered a lot of hate, and Archfiend actually made a video about it. The funny thing is, the Nick Studio 10 guys actually, they got so butthurt over it that they responded. It ended up being the beginning of the end of that stupid show for that stupid time block. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and well, I can't really tell if you're going to like the Archfiend style or not. It's very polarizing, and lots of people love it, and lots of people don't like it, but at least check it out and give it a chance. It's, I guess, what you could call rant comedy a lot of times, where he says things that are very true, but also interjects some humor, like sarcasm or very frank observations. It's kind of like a dose of Buckley, except he actually came years before a dose of Buckley, so I would imagine Buckley was probably inspired by people like the Archfiend. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for my next review, which should be in a few days. Will it review? That is the question.